The Illegal Migration Act, which Suella Braverman says rather grandly as the will of the people, is it starts its progress through the House of Lords today, and it's going to be a bumpy ride. 80 plus Lords have already put their names down to speak about it, not necessarily all against it. And the House and the Archbishop of Canterbury is one of them. Now, he's already described the bill as against the will of God, or against God or something. And there's also another man, a Liberal Democrat peer, Lord Paddock, who's put forward a very rare motion to decline that will block the bill from getting any further. That's very unusual. It's not going to work. However, this bill is not covered by the Salisbury Convention, the Parliament Act, which would say that if a piece of legislation is in the election manifesto, that's going back to 2019, then the House of Lords will not stop the progress. Now, this bill was not in the election manifesto of 2019. It may have been implied in certain instances, but it wasn't there. The only reference to refugees in the 2019 Conservative Manifesto was the commitment to grant asylum and support refugees fleeing persecution with the ultimate aim of helping them to return home if it's safe to do so. That is part of the Refugee Convention that we're signed up to, the 1951 Refugee Convention. So there's nothing controversial about that, and one would always hope refugees can return home when it's safe to do so. This is about forcibly repatriating refugees or sending them to a third country, and specifically Rwanda, which I pointed out on a number of occasions, has a record of mistreating refugees, of killing them, and it seems demonstrably not to be safe. It's got an appalling record of LGBTQ plus support, and indeed evidence of aggression. And the telltale sign is that when 13 people were killed in 2017, I think, or 2017, there was not a transparent investigation. And in fact, we still haven't had the report back from that investigation. So I would be very cautious about saluting the idea of sending refugees to be processed in a third country, Rwanda, on our behalf. We would be legally responsible for the welfare of those refugees, and I don't think due diligence has been done by Suella Braverman and her team. Indeed, when the subject of these deaths was raised by Lauren Kensberg on her programme on a Sunday to Suella Braverman claimed not to know what she was talking about. Well, that tells you how incredibly accomplished and well-read Suella Braverman actually is. So, as Suella Braverman says, this is something that is the will of the people. How can that be established? Only by an election. And the last election that has taken place, the local election, the Conservative Party was well and truly trounced. So I don't quite see how she can claim this is the will of the people. We shall see in the debate, and also, I suspect, in Prime Minister's questions in a few minutes.